Hey YouTubers, Muskrat Jim here. It's a windy and rainy, well it stopped raining now, but it's been raining most of the day. A lot of our snow is gone. Quite mild really. I think they said it was around 11 degrees today. I'll figure out what that is in Fahrenheit for the people south of the border. It's also quite windy. I don't know if I already said that or not, but anyway, it's windy and I've got a foam muffler system on my microphone today. It's basically the same idea that Dragonfly Hiker from Nova Scotia had. So I'm hoping it's going to work for me, and I'm going to go and cook up some supper. Follow me. I set up this tarp using some debris that I found laying around. The ground is really wet, but it's still too hard to drive any metal stakes into it. So debris to tie it down is what we've got. Well, here I am stretched out of my shelter. It's blowing pretty hard out there. What I want to do is test out this alcohol wick stove that was sent to me last fall. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to test it out then. It was sent to me last fall by Spirit of Wild Wings, and I'll put his link down at the bottom here. A link to the video that he showed where he actually made this, so you can see how it was put together. And so what I want to do is, these are definitely not ideal conditions. It's breezy, so I've set up a bit of a windbreak here and a grill, and I'm going to put this under the grill and try to cook my supper. So here's my grill. I've got two pieces of 2x4 here that are going to act as a windbreak and also to hold the grill up higher above the stove. So the stove will go underneath there. I'll light it, slide that across, and then I can put my pot right on top, right there. Okay, so I'm going to put 2 ounces of alcohol in this container. The thing about cooking inside a shelter is that's really quite dangerous. You have to have an escape route, which I have at the back of the shelter, and you also have to make sure the fire is contained. You can't have like a wildfire going on inside your shelter. Okay, well that's 2 ounces. And there, it's lit. Yeah, it's just dark enough out that you can see that it's lit. Put the grill across. Just adjust these 2x4s to cut down on any wind. Now, what I brought is a frozen salmon fillet, a serving of Brussels sprouts, also frozen, and half a cup of instant rice. So I'll put some water in the pot and set it on the fire. You might be able to hear that it's raining again. Yeah, because I'm adding frozen items, well, they were frozen, they're sort of semi-frozen now. Because I'm adding frozen items to the water, it's going to take a little bit longer to boil. That's got to be expected. Once that boils and the salmon is pretty well cooked, I'll put the rice in and let it continue to simmer. I think the wind blew out the fire, so I'll have to light that again. You can see the flames there, they're burning up nicely. Just making sure my pot is in the center of the flame. Now we just have to wait for it to start boiling. I had to adjust the width of the 2x4 braces because the flames started to catch on the edge of the 2x4. I certainly didn't want the 2x4 to go up in flames inside my shelter. Well, water is starting to condense on the glass lid, so it's not boiling yet, but it shouldn't take too much longer. Since the wind inside the shelter isn't too bad, I thought I'd flip the 2x4s on their sides, which would lower the pot closer to the flames. So I'm hoping that it'll start boiling a little bit quicker now. Well, I can smell the salmon now, so that means it's starting to cook. It's not boiling yet, but it shouldn't take too much longer. This glass lid isn't the one that came with this folding pot. It's actually a lid from one of my wife's kitchen sets. It just fits this one nicely, and it allows me to look inside. So I think this lid may just disappear out of the kitchen and find its way into my backpack. Well, it's starting to rain harder now. Let's see if this is starting to boil. Not boiling yet. I'm going to break up the fish so then it cooks a little faster. It did start frozen. Actually, that fish does look cooked. Well, I'll put the rice in it, and well, let's take a look at the fire. Okay, it looks like it pretty well went out. Oh, not quite went out. I think what I'm going to do is blow it out and then add more alcohol to it. This is the first time I've ever used any type of an alcohol stove. So I guess you have to experiment with how much alcohol it takes to boil a certain amount of water. pot out of the way. There we go. Might work better too if I had a better windbreak. I think that'll be good now. Now we'll just sit back and wait. And add the rice. Stir that in there. Cover it up and let it come to a boil. Well, it's boiling now. And the rain is coming down pretty hard too. I was going to say that looks good, but my glasses all got fogged up. I can't really see what I'm doing here. It looks like I put way too much water in there for the amount of rice. So that's going to be a soup as opposed to a meal that I can eat with a fork. Oh well. It's all good. I just let some of that boil off. And the rice still has to absorb some more. That's going to be good. So there we have it. Salmon, rice, and vegetables on an alcohol wick stove. Sure smells good. Well, the wind seems to have died down somewhat, but it's still raining quite hard. Time to eat. Yep, that's good. Well, I'm going to finish eating this and then hope that it stops raining so I can break camp. So, this is Muskrat Jim. Take care. So Rich from Spirit of Wild Wings, I want to thank you again for making me this stove. It seems to work great.